I've spoken out about this many times, and listen, I'm gonna spare everyone the details, but guys, this isn't Beverly Hills. I mean, first of all, when it is other franchises, my phone still rings. When it's Jersey, New York, my phone rings. Okay, my phone rings. So Sarah, they all listen to us. So
I know.
I know, guys, we're not proud of that. Like, please don't listen.
Yeah,
so,
right. Really.
I've said things where I thought there was an affair, then I changed my mind. Like I flipped, I'm not scared of anyone. I just, I'm processing it. But my shit has been called out when I've made some of these comments of like, what are you saying, David? And by the way, if you're going to listen and call shit out with this show, do it in real time. If we air an episode in, say, August, and you got a problem with it, call it out in August. If you're finding it now, and this happened recently, some social media accounts are finding some things that David and Kim D have discussed on the Patreon and posting them now, and people are seeing them of like, wait, I thought we cleared this up. Like, why are you running your mouth? And it's like, well, I can't help it if, Bravo ass wipes is posting it today on Twitter. Here's the documentation. This aired in fucking, June. Okay. Like you see the background when I'm in the Hamptons, like loving my life. But some shit like that's been going down for me. So thank you for making my life even more complicated. No, I do think this rumored affair, everyone's going to say he slipped twice and said affair just because I'm not using the words alleged. I don't know anything. I think that comes into the play as well. Sure.
Okay.
I think it's all,
Your
I mean,
that's really juicy. Yeah, that's really juicy. Your theory.
I think it's a little bit of both, but the point is, yes, to answer your original question 3 hours ago, I think it's, well, then that's Melissa's argument. Melissa's argument is BravoCon is for the fans. I mean, those were her exact words on her podcast. Like, yeah, you're paid to flip tables and throw drinks and have breakdowns on camera. I personally don't think Jennifer Aydin is advanced enough, like as a human or intelligence level to understand. Like if you really go to BravoCon, you're in that bazaar, you're selling your shit, you're there for money. You're getting paid. You can sell your product. Like, no, it's not. You have to bring shade on. There's shade. Look, there's a lot of shade, right? We had Gizelle with shade, and this one was shade. And Gizelle edited the Watch What Happens, the rumor is, and all this.
Oh my God, we'll get into Potomac. Yes, I can't wait to talk Potomac.
But but you know what I mean? Like your job there isn't to throw or flip. It is like, this isn't, no, I think it's looked down upon to take it to such a negative level. You can have your problems with people and bring shade in front of the audience, but I think this isn't I think there is a difference. Yes. And I think in that moment, like, I'm not saying Melissa and Joe are innocent. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I think when you toss something, it's like, I think Jennifer is probably having sleepless nights and spiraling of like, I just hope this fucking doesn't go into anything. And it's a drink. Maybe I'm making a big deal out of it. If I were Melissa, I wouldn't let it go. I would try to make it something. I don't know.
All right. Interesting. Okay.
I mean, same with Jennifer. Jennifer could be doing the same thing. I mean, I was bullied by a man and I don't feel safe. And it could go both ways, but it could get, listen, things happen behind the scenes, Sarah. Don't kid yourself. I mean, I know things like, not just this franchise, every franchise, they involve PR and HR and things go up the corporate ladder,
Oh my God. Well, it was a big week too. And Ebony and Ramona going on podcasts and revealing so much. Okay. All right. We have a lot to talk. We have tons to cover.
Do you want to talk Potomac? I guess that's all we have to say about New Jersey per se. Where do you want to be? You're a little bored. Is that what you're telling me of this Potomac season?
I am. Aren't you? I want to know from our listeners. Aren't you bored? Oh my God. They are trying to make something of these Chris, Bassett. Look, I'm going to say I will always ride for Potomac. I like Gizelle. I've never interviewed Gizelle. But I just don't know how they continue to keep Gizelle on, and they will. They are going to. She's the Teresa Giudice of that franchise, but there is no storyline there. Like, she continues to she turns it around and she makes it about everybody else but herself. And we learn every season, we learn nothing about Gizelle. We know no updates about her dad. We know no updates really about her children. We know no dating updates. The cheating pastor that is her ex and whatever he's doing down in Georgia, we don't know. We don't get anything about she and Peter Thomas. Maybe we will more. They are trying to make something out about these texts that even Robin Dixon, her ride or die friend in, episode 2 is like, girl, no. Candace, Candy Gal, our gal, went on Instagram and said, look, if you heifers spent half as much time revealing real things about your life, we'd have a real show. I mean, I feel like they're blowing it so much. I mean, even my girl, Ashley. And I do think one of the fun things to look forward to is Ashley and Candace, I think, are going to call a truce and kind of start to hang out and be friends. I love it. 2 of my favorite people. But I mean, Chris was not trying to get with her when he was like, you all should have come to the W. I mean, it was a promotional, like, you guys should come to my new restaurant that I'm managing. I don't know. Again, we've come off of RHOBH, which, I mean, even John Hamm, huge actor John Hamm is talking about RHOBH on the Howard Stern show. I mean, it's transcended. So we have these expectations. I'm trying to keep that in mind, but I'm just like, oh, guys, come on. I mean, we need Ashley's doing her part. She's kind of divorcing, Michael. And I want to ask you about that because somebody at BravoCon stood up and said they slept with Michael Darby, a guy. And I want to know. So, the other thing that's going around about Potomac, which I think is interesting. I don't know why she did this, but apparently Gizelle had Andy edit out a joke from Legends Ball. Again, everyone comes for Andy because he's the king, but people were just like, Andy takes shit too far. I heard it. I didn't think it was too far. It was basically just, she has bad fashion, which everyone says all the time. She took it personally, I guess, coming from him, supposedly had it edited out. I don't know. I feel like you got to take a page out of Candy Burris's book. You can't ask for edits. I don't know. Thoughts?
My thoughts are, once again, Sarah, you are just a wealth of genius. You speak, and it's like, I gotta stop. Everyone is like, oh, he interrupts her. Guys, I interrupt her because there are so many points that I don't know if I'm going to remember them all. You just said 17 points. Now let me start. I take a page out of Candy Burris's book. Listen, I truly feel, I've been on other podcasts where I've opened my mouth and I'm like, shit, I never ask for an edit. I don't believe in it. If I said it and it came out of my mouth, I think this is why people like Behind the Velvet Rope. I'm not trying to be funny for all of you. I'm not trying to be shocking. I'm not trying to get oh my God. And I listen to some of these Bravo podcasts, all of them, they suck. They all suck. All of them. I think they're trash. I listen and I'm like, oh, they're all just trying so hard to be shocking and controversial, and either have it or you don't. Okay. So I feel, because I don't try, I'm not trying to, let me give my little one-liner and look at me. Please don't look at me